Hello again, welcome to another video. So yeah, I've been watching a few videos on YouTube recently. People doing basically, if they sold their video game collection, what 10 games could they not get rid of because of the good games or they mean something to them. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to have a go at doing it, but I can't get down to 10, so I'm going to do 12 because it's so, when you get to it, with how many, if you're collecting, you've got all these games, it's so hard to get it down to just 10. So I'm going to do 12. So basically this video is going to be 12 games that if I sold my collection, I could not get rid of. So it's going to be in no order. I'm going to pick them up off the table I've got down here. And yeah, we'll just go through them. So right, okay, so first one, no particular order, is Sonic 2. Now this ain't my favourite Sonic game. My favourite Sonic game is Sonic CD. But to be honest with you, this is the one I always pick up more because I've got more nostalgia to it. This is the one I played back in the day. I was quite new to Sonic CD. But yeah, so Sonic, this is the Japanese version, but yeah, Sonic 2, great game. I remember going around my mate's house playing it, and yeah, loving it. The music in it, the levels, you got Tails, the spin dash. Now, the spin dash on this is a lot better than the Mega CD version, because I think they worked on both games parallel, didn't they, at the time? But yeah, so this is Sonic 2 for the Mega Drive, one game I cannot get rid of. It's just a classic, and it just makes me feel good, yeah. All right, next game I'm going to pick up is Resident Evil 4. Now, this is the first, well, this is the place I played. It was on the GameCube. So I got it day one on the GameCube back in the day. And I love Resident Evil anyway, but absolutely blown away by this one. The story in it, the parasites in it, the off-the-shoulder kind of style, the graphics. I mean, the GameCube still... A lot of games on the GameCube still hold up today. Yeah, so that's got obviously 2 discs in the GameCube, little discs, manuals in there. But yeah, back in there, I can remember getting this and just being hooked. I can remember, actually, when I got this, I just been made redundant at my first job, and I just started another job, and I was just fitting in a joinery workshop. We're trying to suss people out and everything. I can remember I had this, and I can remember thinking, oh, I don't like this, and I want to go and play Resident Evil. But obviously, once you're acclimatised with a job, you get to know everyone, it's all right. And I was there 10 years in the end. But yeah, so that's my memories of this, is my second place I worked. But yeah, but good memories, great game, good memories. Right, next one. Like I say, no order, Persona 4 Golden for the Vita. Now, this was the second, well, let's say, Persona game played. Well, you know, it's the first Persona game I played, because the first game I played in this style was where is it? It's up here somewhere. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE for the Wii, and that's more of a Shin Megami Tensei game. But then this is the first Persona game I played, and absolutely blew me away. The story, the way it plays. Once you get used to all your, like all Persona games, once you get used to all the names of all your healing abilities and the healing items, your abilities, because they all got strange names, haven't they, in it? And obviously the enemies got weakness, you got to utilise on attacking them. But the main thing about it was the characters. The characters in it remind me of like Scooby-Doo. You know, all good friends and solving mystery together. And yeah, it's a really good, fun game. And I can remember playing this. I took it on holiday to Portugal one year. And at night I was just playing this when it was really hot. And yeah, loved it. So, great game. Right, next one is a belter, Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, I love this game. I got this the year it came out for Christmas, and I can remember just 2 weeks being off school. When was this? Was it at school then? Oh no, I think I was at my first place of work when this came out. Was this 98? I can't remember. It might have said it somewhere, but yes. But I can remember playing this for 2 weeks non-stop all Christmas, and yeah, I mean at the time the world was massive. What you could do, and it was fantastic. And I was the only one of my friends that had a Nintendo 64. No one else had a Nintendo 64. So I was trying to tell all my friends about it, but no one was bothered because they didn't care about Zelda and they didn't care about Nintendo 64. But you know, they're lost. They missed out. It's a great game, good memories. And yeah, absolutely love it. This is a nice, really nice box version of it, this one is. But yeah, so that's another one. Right, next one we'll pick up. For the Sega Saturn, is Sega Rally. Now, this one I always pick up and play. Absolutely love it. It's a fantastic arcade racer. Easy to play, hard to master, I suppose I'd say, because of all your drifting mechanics in it. But it drifts, it feels so good. I'm not into modern racing games where it's you've got to take corners perfectly, and I like the old school arcade racers. But yeah, this is a nice box version of it on Saturn. Cardboard case, so eventually it will fall to bits. But yeah, I can remember the first time I playing this would have been arcade. Remember that would have had the arcade machine, sitting and playing it, and just for the fact you could change your visual perspective from inside the car and outside the car. That was a mind-blowing moment, that was. But the sound, the graphics, and then I think my brother had a Saturn, and then we used to play it on there, Sega Rally. Fantastic game, absolutely love it. Put that down. Next one that I couldn't get rid of, just because it's a great game, and it's the one that sold me the system. It's Halo. So I wasn't really going to get a Xbox. I think I was fresh off the Dreamcast. Yeah, I would have been fresh off the Dreamcast. Bit salty because obviously they cut it early, and I was loving the Dreamcast. I had a big library about them. But yeah, and I can remember playing this in Toys R Us. Playing it on a kiosk and seeing the graphics, how it played, how you know, the first person shooter mechanics of it, and yeah, sold, and I thought I've got to get it. And this was a system seller. This is a nice copy as well. It's got all stuff in it, all the gubbins in it, and I think it's got a receipt in this one. Who originally bought it? But yeah, absolutely love this game. I know the second one's really good as well, but this one, for just the purpose of being nostalgic, and the first one I played on the system. I think when I got my Xbox, I got this, and I got Jet Set Radio Future, and was it Sega GT? It was a pack-in, wasn't it? That was. But yeah, this, my God, blew my mind. And I still play it now and again today. It's such a good shooter. It's just easy to play, easy to understand. No crazy button, combinations you have to do for, no crazy option menus, and, it's just simple, fun, good person shooter. Absolutely love it. So that, I could not get rid of that. Next one is an NES game. It's the only one that's in here. DuckTales. A nice copy, this is DuckTales. This was my favourite platform of the day. I know you got Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a close second to this, in my opinion. That is a fantastic game, but there's something about DuckTales, the pogo stick mechanics, the level designs, and the music as well. The music, all that combines to make this, it's my favourite game on the NES. I loved it, and back in the day, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I loved the cartoon back in the day, and yeah, such a good game, such fun memories. And I had this on the NES, and I think we just bought it. It weren't expensive, but that would have been from Toys R Us. That probably was expensive from Toys R Us, actually, but one of the best games I bought and best games I played, so I absolutely loved it. So yeah, that's one I could never part with. It's got a lot of nostalgic value to me because I loved it growing up, and it is, when I play my NES, this is one I always play. Just makes you feel good. Right, next one, a PS2 game is I've got to put Yakuza in here because there's so many Yakuza games, but I love this one. I love the second one. I could have put Kiwami in for the PS4, but I think the PS2 one, I know it's a visual different style, but the story's still solid and it still plays really well. But yeah, really nice copy this is. I've got this in a protector. But yeah, what can I say about this? First time I played this, because I didn't play any of the Yakuza games till later on, because I love Shamu, and I just didn't do anything with Sega for a bit, because I was thinking, I don't know, I just went straight to Microsoft, and I should have played it earlier, because my brother had a PS2, and I should have really played it earlier, because it is fantastic games. Well, I started playing the Yakuza games probably about 2016, and I played them all now, because I think it was the first one on PS2 first, blew me away. Remind me a bit of Shamu, going in shops, going on arcade units, stuff like that. And yeah, I absolutely love this game. And if you haven't played Yakuza, I suggest you play it. It's such a good game. So I could not get rid of that. Next one, I've got to get a shooter in here in the list, because I love shooters. I mean, shmups, as they call them nowadays. Is Strikers 1945 2. Absolutely love this game. It's a shooter, you can see on the back. This is a reproduction copy because the original one is very expensive. But even so, being a reproduction, I could not get rid of this. It's such a good game. I love this shooter. I like Dodonpachi as well. That's a good game. They're kind of tired. I'd say I prefer Dodonpachi, but there's something about this. I always play it more. It just how it plays and everything. But yeah, I could not get rid of this. Love it. Right, next one. Shamu. Now, I got a Dreamcast early on. I think I bought it with my first wages. Yeah, a lot of people say that. It's a bit uncanny, isn't it, really? So my first wage packet went out. I think it was about 300 quid, bought a Dreamcast. And then I think that Christmas, I got this, Shamu. And now this blew my mind because to me, I was playing something so interactive. You could talk to everyone, go around this town. Everyone's got like the schedules in the day, go in the arcade, and then you've got to follow the story, find the kid of your father, which you never do, really. Sad, really, in the end. But yeah, I love this game. And I must have played this and completed it about 10 times. I always go back to it once a year, and I'll start playing it for nostalgia's purposes, and then I'll just go all the way through it and play it because I absolutely love this game. It's a bit like, I suppose this game's a bit like Marmite to some people. You either love it or you hate it, and I absolutely love this game. But get a lot of good feelings with it, good memories, and it's another game I got at Christmas, and that's 2 weeks gone. You know, just playing this. I kind of just been curled up in a room, eating loads, drinking, and playing Shamu. Yeah, so I could not get rid of this because I absolutely love this game. Fantastic game. Right, next one. Put that over there. Let's do this one. Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. Now, there's a lot I could have picked on the Super Nintendo, but in the end, this is the game on the Super Nintendo I will play the most. I'll always put this in. I'll always play it. And this was the pack-in with my Super Nintendo. So when I got my Super Nintendo, it was basically, at the time, it was like having... I used to play this in the arcades. Put it there, you can see it. I used to play this in the arcades, and basically it was like having the arcade at home with this. I could not believe the sound, the graphics that were coming out of the machine, how fast it was. Yeah, absolutely love it. Now, this in here is my copy. So the cartridge is my copy from back in the day. I just wish I kept the console box. Don't know where that went, but yeah. So it's my original cartridge. It's nice. That's why I could not get rid of it. Sentimental value. Love this game. But the box is a reproduction box. I got it years ago from France. A guy in France, but it's really nice quality. But yeah, such a good game. It's one of my favourite Street. This is probably my favourite Street Fighter. And then the next one would be Capcom versus SNK on the Dreamcast. I love that game. The crossover with the two, with the King of Fighters. But yeah, this is one I always play, and I always love it. And it doesn't get boring, doesn't get old. I can just play it all day, and it's the sound and the music, everything. Yeah, love that game. Right, last one of my 12 games that I would never get rid of is Ys. Now, this is sealed. This is Ys 8. So Ys 8, a phenomenal game. It's how it's set and the story, the characters. You get shipwrecked on an island, which Adol kind of gets shipwrecked and crashes on islands quite a lot. But this is such a good game. I mean, I used to hear people raving about it. So I played it first on the Vita. I think I downloaded it on the Vita, and then I had to get it physically then because it's such a good game. Once you play it, and on the Vita screen, the visuals, it's a beautiful game. It looks so good. The combat's excellent because it's an action RPG. And yeah, I can just remember playing this for ages. And I've only completed it once, but it's definitely one. I've actually got it sealed on the PS5, just the standard edition, which I want to play again. Because NIS has always got sales on, and I think I got it for about 15 quid off NIS store. But yeah, Ys 8, if you haven't played it, try it. If you like your JRPGs, this is an RPG, but it's an action one. So it's not turn-based, but it's a fantastic game. And I've not even opened this one yet because there's no need. I really want to see what's inside. But yeah, so that's my 12 games that I would never get rid of. I always play on the systems. I got fond memories of. And yeah, so it'd be nice to know what your guys are, picks. And yeah, it's such a hard list to do because originally I was going to do 10. I was looking through, I've got a lot of games in here. I'll show you a lot. I've got a lot of games up on the shelf there. I've got them all stacked everywhere, look, everywhere. And I've got some in my retro cabinet as well because this is my games room. And I was trying to get through them this morning, and it's so hard to do. So the best I could do was 12. So there you go. That's my video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next one. See you later.